This video is going to take you through the process of adding a new page to your website as well as adding the music. In order to add a new page to your website and the music, there are two things you need to have open. First is sites.google.com, which you see here on my screen. And the second thing is you need to have your Google Drive open, and ideally you should be on the page that has your music for class. So in this case, you see I've created a folder that says Music for Tech Class and Who I Am, my very first piece of music. We're going to start over on the Google Sites. So I'm going to locate my portfolio that we created earlier. I'm going to go ahead and click it to bring myself into my portfolio. Now from here, we want to create a page for every unit we do, because within those pages, we're going to have multiple pieces of music that we put up on our website. So the first thing we want to do is create a new page. So if you look over to the right, we've already looked at the items within Insert, and next we're going to look at the pages. So if I go ahead and click Pages, you see I only have a home page. So what I need to do is we want to create a new page that is going to house all the music from the Who I Am unit. So to add a page, it's on the right hand side here, come down to the bottom where the plus sign is, and it says New Page. Go ahead and click that. Now, the unit that we're working on right now is Who I Am. Who I Am is also the project title of the first piece of music within this unit, so don't confuse the two. The unit itself is called Who I Am. The first piece of music, the first project you created, is also called Who I Am. So when I go, right before I hit done, what I want to just point out to you is up here, there's no navigation bar yet because this website is a singular page. When I hit done, watch what happens. Now all of a sudden I have a navigation bar, and depending on what theme you chose will determine where your navigation bar shows up. You also see now I have a Who I Am here. It has created a second page in the same style as my portfolio. So I'm good to start adding to this page now. I can click back and forth if I want to go to my home page, or I can click to Who I Am. Let's go ahead and add our music. So I'm going to come back to Insert. There are three components that you need to have for every project. The first is the project title. You need to describe your music, and then you need to have a link to your actual music. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add a text box, and I'm going to say project title, and this is called Who I Am. Again, it is the same title as the unit, but our next project will be Repetition. The one after that will be Patterns. So the titles will change, okay? The next thing that I need to do is I need to describe my music. So what did you do to create, like, what is in the music? If you had to use words to describe your piece of music, how are you going to describe that for somebody, okay? If you forget what your music sounds like, you can go back and listen to it. So a good description is typically 3 to 4 sentences, right? So I'm going to say in this project, and feel free to take ideas on how to describe based on what the project was. So in this project, I created a piece of music that represents me. I used a variety of sounds because I am unique in that I have a variety of interests, right? And if you can't spell, it's okay. If your fingers type faster than or slower than your brain works, that's okay. Right click on that. We'll give you the correct spelling. You can move on. So in this project, I created a piece of music that represents me. I used a variety of sounds because I'm unique and that I have a variety of interests. I decided to use a marimba. Helps to spell it correctly. Wow. Marimba, because the soft but direct sound is a part of my personality. I can't spell. Like, I struggle with that. Is a direct sound. It's part of my personality in that I like to get to the point, but I also care a great deal about people and their reactions. Okay. So that's a decent description. The last thing that I'm going to do is I want to link my music so that when somebody comes to my webpage, they can simply click it and play it. So the cleanest way to do that on a web page is to actually create a button. So we're going to come all the way down. So there's a lot of options down here on the right. Find the one that says button, go ahead and click button. You're going to get an option that comes up. So this is going to be the song. Now for every piece of music that you create, you need to have a unique song title. Okay, so if I'm going to call, what song title would best describe me? I'm just going to say a variety. It's not the most creative song name. We'll say a variety of sunshine because I like to be happy. So that'll be the title for my song, A Variety of Sunshine. Now I need a link to my music. So this is going to be similar to how we shared our music in class last week. I'm going to come over here to my Google Drive. I'm going to right click on my Who I Am music. I'm going to click share. I'm going to get my shareable link. I'm going to copy my link. And then once the link to share my music, I'm going to come back here. I'm going to right click. I'm going to paste my link. And then I'm going to hit insert. So let me do that one more time. How did I get my link? I got my link by coming over to my music, my MP3. I right clicked. You can actually click get shareable link. That works too. You can go directly there. And you want to make sure that anybody with the link, okay? Very important to make sure that your settings are correct. If you go to share and you see anyone, if that doesn't say anyone, if that says Baltimore City Schools, change it to anyone. And then you're going to copy your link. So again, I went to share, change, copied my link. See, it says link copied. Hit done. I came back over here and then I was able to paste it. So here's my first setup. Now, it doesn't look the greatest, not gonna lie. It's boring, it's flat, it's plain. This is where you get to be creative as a web designer. So one of the things I found, if I click right on a text box, you see I can actually make this text box larger or smaller. So I'm gonna make the title a little bit smaller. I'm also gonna make my description a little bit smaller. Then I'm gonna drag my description up. So maybe I want to drag this over too, right? So it's a little bit closer. And then you can take your link, your button, you can drag it up. Now all of a sudden I have this. Maybe I want to center this. So I've got my project title, I have my song title in my button right here, and I have my description, and it's all nicely put together. So now what's going to happen is, let me show you what this looks like in real life. So if I publish this, and this is going to show you the differences, right? Right now the page is not published. These are the changes I've made. Yes, I want to do that. Click publish. Then if I go and I go view my published site, right here, now here's what my Who I Am page looks like. I've got my project title, A Variety of Sunshine, and it's a clickable link, and my description. So if I click this, it takes me out to my MP3. And I can hit play. There's my music. Okay. Now, one other thing I'm going to call out, you're going to have multiple projects on here. One thing you can do, now that these things are all, see how there's a dotted line? This is all one section. You can change the background of the section so that they're all gray. So then maybe the next one that we add in here, maybe we keep that one white, and then the next one gray, and then that next one white, so that we can, it makes it really clear to the viewer what it looks like. So let's do, let me just show you something real quick. So if I want to insert another text box, right? So maybe then I know the next project just because I'm the teacher. So the next project title is going to be repetition, right? So if all this stuff was here, right? Let me insert another text box, the description, and say I just decide to keep this kind of uniform, right? I pull this up like this. Oh, I gotta shorten this before I do that. I always forget that. Go pull this up to here. So now, let's shorten this a little bit. You kind of have to play with these things, right? So now if I left this white and I had the button down below, when somebody goes to view this on the web, and let's look what this looks like through the preview. See, now it's obvious. Here's project one, here's the next project. And then on the third project that I put here, maybe I go back to making that background gray. So it's that clear delineation of here's the first piece, here's the second piece, third piece, so on and so forth. All right. If you have questions, please make sure you ask, make sure you post on a stream, you text me, you email me. You know how to get hold of me. Ask for help if you need it. Have fun!